Hi, good afternoon. Do you know the story of Our Lady of the Miraculous Medal? Our Lady of Miraculous Medal was an apparition appeared to Saint Catherine Laboure on November 27, 1830. So Catherine Laboure was a young nun of the Congregation of Daughters of Charity of Saint Vincent de Paul. Saint Catherine Laboure had witnessed many apparitions during her lifetime. So first is when she was a teenager and Saint Vincent de Paul appeared in her dreams and invited her to join the congregation of Daughters of Charity. And then more apparitions during her novitiate. She saw Jesus in the Eucharist and Christ the King crucified. Did all the apparitions she witnessed during her whole life. The most famous apparition Saint Catherine Laboure had is the one with the Immaculate of the Miraculous Medal. So it happened in July and November 1830 in the Novitiate Chapel. So on July 18, 1830, Saint Catherine Laboure prayed that she wants to see the Virgin Mary. She woke up around 11:30 p.m. because she heard someone calling her name, and she saw a mysterious child in front of her bed, inviting her to, get up. And the child said, "The Virgin Mary is waiting for you." So, um, he led her into the chapel where the Virgin Mary was waiting for her, sitting on the right side of the altar. So Catherine said, "Then I flung myself close to her, falling on my knees on the altar steps, my hands resting in her knees. That was the sweetest moment of my life. It would be impossible for me to say what I felt. The Most Holy Virgin told me how I should behave with my confessor and many other things." So when they asked Saint Catherine Laboure about the Virgin's look, she could hardly find the words, but she said Our Lady was average height and so beautiful that she cannot describe her. She was standing. Her dress was sunrise white silk on virgin style, that is, high neck with smooth sleeves. A white veil went down from her head to her feet, and her face was quite visible, and her feet were upon a globe, or better, a half globe, or at least that's what she saw. And Saint Catherine said that she kneeled in front of Mary and rested her hands on Mary's knees as a reverence. During the second apparition on November 27th, 1830, around 5:30 p.m., the Virgin Mary entrusted Saint Catherine with the Miraculous Medal. So, the Virgin said that the medal would be a sign of love, a pledge of protection, and source of grace for those who would trust in it. So the Virgin herself showed Catherine what the medal should look like. Catherine said that Mary's feet were upon a half globe during the apparition, which symbolizes the earth, and were crushing a green and yellow snake's head. So the Virgin's hands were adorned with rings and precious stones, which projected rays of light and different intensity and colors downwards. And Mary explained to Saint Catherine that those rays symbolizes the graces that she shed upon those who ask for them. So Saint Catherine saw some kind of oval frame appearing to Mary, around Mary, and a writing from her right hand to her left hand, so creating a semicircle, and words written in gold. It says, "O Mary, conceived without sin, pray for us who have recourse to thee." So that became the front image of the Miraculous Medal. Mary crushing the snake's head, and the rays of light So the symbols of the graces granted by God and the invocation. O Mary, conceived without sin, pray for us who have recourse to thee. So that's the whole picture of the front image of the Miraculous Medal. Apparition continued, and the mystic picture seemed rotating in front of Saint Catherine's eyes, showing her the reverse side of the medal. So there was a letter M, first letter of the name Mary, topped by a cross with no crucifix, and with the letter I, first name of the name Jesus, Jesus, as a base. Below, there were two hearts surrounded. One was surrounded by thorns, so Jesus' heart, and the other pierced by a sword, Mary's heart. So there's also 12 stars surrounded the whole picture. Then after that, everything just dissolved, and she said that she felt was something she doesn't know: good feelings, joy, and comfort. The Virgin spoke again to Saint Catherine, telling her to have the medal forged, following the model that she gave. And she said that all the people who will wear it will receive great graces, especially if they wear it on their neck. Graces will be generous for those who will wear it with trust. So Saint Catherine had some resistance, but in the end, the medal was forged in 1832 in about 1,500 pieces. But then the power showed immediately through so many healings and conversions that was necessary to forge 1,000,000 copies. We can find billions of copies of the Miraculous Medal, and when you have one, do not forget what the lady spoke to Saint Catherine, what the lady told her, that all the people who will wear it will receive great graces, especially if they wear it on their neck, and graces will be generous for those who will wear it with trust. So let us ask the Blessed Virgin Mary for her intercession and prayer. Mary, conceived without sin, pray for us who have recourse to thee.